Have an itch to go diving? Visit LeisurePro.com, where they have the largest selection of dive gear and a best price match guarantee. And Leisure Pro could get your order to you fast. Well, maybe not that fast, but I think you get the idea.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Dive 305, apparel for today's diver. Go below.
This time on Scuba Nation.
Scuba Nation heads to the spring waters of Crystal River for Manatee Mayhem with Emmy Award-winning explorer Becky Kagan-Scott. Becky and the boys go acoustic on this trip, free diving with the manatees as they honker down for the winter in the warm spring waters. These gentle giants are engaging, endearing member of Scuba Nation and a must-see in the state of Florida.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C. Austin born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Loves it grilled with an ear for guitar. Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy. Craves it deep fried and a toe-tapping percussionist. Two ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are Scuba Nation. One nation underwater.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
I'm Billy C.
And we got a special show for you here today. We're going to take you to one of the premier Florida attractions. But guess what? There's no rides.
That's right. Today we're going to see 1,000-pound gentle giants, the Florida manatees. We're going to take you to Kings Bay. We're going to take you to Three Sister Springs. And we're going to show you these beautiful, amazing creatures.
So we're going diving with some big manatees, this time on Scuba Nation.
You know, at Florida Attractions, you're watching stuff, but here,
You're in
the
it.
manatees, you're part of the attraction.
It's really cool.
Tell me about that.
Well, you know, the one thing I see all the time is I have people come here to Florida on their vacation, and they're going to Disney World and Universal Studios and all those places, and then they come here and get into the what we call the real, the real Florida.
Right.
And they get out there and have that one-on-one encounter with those manatees. And I have a lot of people coming back saying, that's all my kids are talking about since I got back from Florida.
Right.
And it is. It's nature. It's something.
No, I don't know. I think he's flossing.
There's another one here. I think I've seen this one at Mons Venus before.
Becky, you've been coming to Crystal River and seeing these manatees since you were 14 years old. What keeps you coming back?
I can never get enough of the manatees. To me, I have been coming here since I was 14, and they're just such a joy to be in the water with, and every year I see something new and something different.
The minute we anchored up to our destination, there was no need to go look for manatees. They came right up to the boat and were looking to get acquainted. These unique animals are social, lovable, and approachable. It does not get any better than this.
Well, today it's kind of like we were the Rolling Stones. It's like when they do an acoustic set, they gotta strip down. You're a technical diver. You're gear intensive. You've been down into caves and on deep wrecks in the Great Lakes and, diving with bull sharks. And this is kind of an easy thing to do, but there's a connection with the manatees, obviously.
Absolutely. I look forward to this more than anything else all year. I love technical diving, caves, wrecks, sharks. I love it all. But there's just something really peaceful and serene and just very relaxing to me about not wearing any gear, coming out here on a pontoon boat and just having the still water, sliding into it. And underneath you have all of these really friendly, playful, gentle giants that just want to come up to you and have their bellies rubbed. Like this year, for instance, I saw newborns, and I've never seen such tiny manatees before.
Right.
Last year, there were these little babies that just kept playing with us and wouldn't leave us alone and just really wanted to be scratched. And like every year to me is just different and unique, and interacting with a wild animal, there's just nothing better.
I don't know about you guys, but they look just like mermaids to me.
Give me the dental floss line again. That was pretty fun.
Manatees flossing this time on Scuba Nation. 3,000 pounds of manatee action right there.
This is the entrance to the spring at Kings Bay. The buoys clearly define the area of engagement.
Becky, I've been living in Miami for 16 years, and this has been my first trip to Crystal River. I'm like knocking myself in the head. Why haven't I come sooner? Why is it such a Florida attraction? Like, we got Disney World, we got Epcot. Why is this overlooked? I overlooked it for too long.
You're not the only one. Growing up in Florida, the most common thing I ever hear from people is, or I ask them, have you ever gone up to Crystal River and seen the manatees? No, I've lived in Florida my entire life and I've never done that. I should do that. Like, yes, you need to do that. Yeah. I guess most people just don't think about it, or they don't realize that this really amazing creature lives right in their backyards, whether they live in Tampa, Orlando, or Miami.
All you fishermen out there, I bet you've never seen this many snook before. I know I haven't. You must be salivating like Pavlov's dog.
It's real nature, and Crystal River is just a gem.
Yeah, it is, and I got to tell you, from my own personal standpoint, I maybe thought it was hard to get to or hard to do or what the situation was. I didn't realize it was this easy.
Yeah, it might seem a little intimidating, but there's a lot of shops, just like Birds Underwater, that go out every day, sometimes twice a day or more, and do these tours. It's really easy. You sign up, get on the boat. They take you right to the spots. They know where the manatees are, so there's no hassle in trying to find the manatees, and they really make the experience fun. They even add a little education into it and tell you all about the manatees' habitat, why they're here in the winter time, how they like to be touched, and what not to do to harass them, and what to do to protect them in the future, so that you can bring your kids here someday.
Getting eye to eye with these animals, I felt like we were getting to know a very intelligent mammal. These guys are perfectly adapted for their environment, and they are very social.
Becky, you've obviously been around the world. You're a renowned underwater videographer and photographer. You've had many subjects, from humpback whales to bull sharks. The manatee, tell me why it's so special to photograph.
Oh, they're just so sweet. Their personalities, the second you get in the water with them, they're just so sweet, and they'll swim right up to you with their little kind of ugly, scrunched up faces. And how could you just not love them? And they are fantastic subjects to photograph, whether you're someone experienced or even a novice photographer, because you're in crystal clear water and just surrounded by a lot of these animals that really don't move very fast. So it's great to either just practice photography or get in the water. And even if you're experienced, every year I come here with kind of a new shot that I have in mind that I want to get, that want to try out, and it's just a really easy, fun place to do that.
Up next on Scuba Nation, we're going to take you to King Spring for some Manatee Mayhem.
It's time to strip some dive gear and go acoustic. Stay with us.
Hey, Scuba Nation, Billy C and Mitch here. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We'll be announcing upcoming contests and events that you can be a part of.
And look, always post your tweets and your comments while you're watching the show, and we'll share the best of them on ScubaNation.com and during upcoming episodes.
Remember, you are Scuba Nation, one nation underwater.
Thanks for watching.
Money.
Done. Miller time.
You'll agree that Leisure Pro has the best customer service in the industry. Our pressure-free fit guarantee lets you size items so you get the right merchandise when you buy. But if something doesn't fit, return items without any additional shipping costs to you. Always buy with confidence, shopping made easy, only at Leisure Pro.
Hey Scuba Nation, this is Mitch. Just want to let you know when I dive the 305, I always dive on Aquatic Explorers. They feature a brand new dive boat with a crew that's second to none. So when you're ready to plan your next diving adventure, the best boat and crew for private charters, and all your certification needs by world-class instructors, please click or call the friends of the program, Aquatic Explorers. Edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Pegasus Thruster, the freedom to fly. Austin's Dive Center of Miami. Aquatic Explorers, Miami's best dive charter. It's time for another installment of Scuba Nation's Institute for Advanced Underwater Studies. They say in 1493, Columbus was sailing near the Dominican Republic when he saw 3 quote-unquote mermaids. Well, what he really saw was actually 3 manatees. After seeing the manatees, he described them as not half as beautiful as they are painted. So how does one get a mermaid out of a manatee? Let's start with the outline of said manatee. Now, I don't see the typical hourglass figure I'm accustomed to seeing on the mermaids I think about, so let's dig a little deeper. Follow me on this one. Take the fact that they're just underwater distorting your view. Then if you could imagine the manatee's nostrils as the mermaid's eyes, and then maybe mistake the algae on their backs as long billowing hair, mix that with lots of grog and or rum, shake well with the fact that you've been out to sea for a very long time. And you know what? I might finally be able to get there. This has been another installment of the Scuba Nation's Institute for Advanced Underwater Studies.
Manatee's biggest threat are boat props. They are slow moving and they hang at the surface. Please recognize all manatee zones while you are boating. Manatees are an endangered species. Man is the biggest threat. They have no natural predators, but the human impact can take its toll.
One amazing sight on this trip was seeing this calf next to his mama. He's nibbling at her fin, sort of like a baby looking for its binky. Ah, that's better, mama. Now where's my blankie? Take a look at this little guy, a small juvenile, only about 4 feet long. He looks just like a raisin. Also notice the hair. This is a whisper of their land-based ancestors from long ago.
Why is it so special for like the family to experience this Florida attraction?
Manatees are one of Florida's treasures. I mean, and there are not many places you can get in the water with them and swim with them. So for a family to come out here and bring their kids and experience the manatees, and it's just one of, like I said, one of Florida's treasures, and it's a unique experience that you'll remember for a lifetime.
Hey Bill, when you have a group of people coming out here and spending the day with you, what do you hope they come away with?
Well, what I've been seeing throughout the years, we have people from both ends of the spectrum coming here. We have people that think you should never even get in the water with these animals, they're endangered. Other people don't think they should even be protected. Well, find balance here.
Right.
We have 7 or 8 clearly marked sanctuaries where the manatees can go that people can't go. And we have some strict guidelines. The guidelines are pretty simple. You get in the water, you float there, you let the animals come to you. They call the shots. If you do it that way, it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
And the people come away knowing more about the animal and wanting to protect it.
But we had such a crazy interactions today.
It was crazy.
With like manatees crawling up on the backs and chewing on like my arm and, you know, just grabbing legs. They were so silly today. How do you not love them? I mean, they're like chewing on wetsuits, and it was almost hard to even shoot the video of the manatees because there were so many surrounding us that
I was in a manatee
I was trying to back up, and they just kept coming.
It was almost like it was your first time. You were the first person in the water. You were the last person out of the water. And I got to tell you, Scuba Nation will be coming with you from here on out every year for manatee action.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, Becky. Now the Viz goes crystal. We're going to head to Three Sister Springs where the manatees are hanging out in beautiful water. Thanks for staying with us.
Hey Scuba Nation, Mitch and Billy C here. Look, if you've got a great idea for a show, go to scubanation.com and tell us your idea and you could be in the show with us.
Also on the website, you can upload pictures and videos. We'll spotlight the best on the show. Get your Scuba Nation gear and apparel. Find dive shops, instructors, other businesses on our Friends of the Program section of the website. You want to join Friends of the Program? Go to scubanation.com.
And remember, you're Scuba Nation, one nation underwater.
Thanks for watching.
Have an itch to go diving? Visit leisurePro.com where they have the largest selection of dive gear and a best price match guarantee. And Leisure Pro could get your order to you fast. Well, maybe not that fast, but I think you get the idea.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Diver's Emporium. Dive 305, apparel for today's diver. Go below. The Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are.
Crystal River, Three Sister Springs.
I grew up around these parts, up a little ways up near the Silver River, near Ocala. I've been diving these spring-fed rivers my whole boyhood. And then now to come back and dive Crystal River, it's a real treat for me.
Now we can interact with the ones right here.
Yes.
Animals that are
outside.
Yeah.
And they approach you. Yes, absolutely. Just can't go past the line.
Perdoname, I can't wait. Perdoname.
Really sexy yellow vest.
Get me in the water.
This is the manatee warning.
Yeah.
It goes, stay away from me.
I'm the crossing guard.
You know the only worst part about that vest is I have to wear the other
Yeah,
one.
you're putting on number 10, boss.
Thank you.
Scuba Nation is not going to like me after this.
No.
I am the crossing guard for the manatees, okay? I might look ridiculous, but I'm here for safety. That's right. Here we go. Manatee matinee love.
Because it's warmer, don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
Especially when I go to the bathroom.
It is. This is
This is what?
Remember we were looking at the stars at dinner?
Oh, yeah.
The Florida State Park System ropes off portions of Three Sister Spring where the divers cannot go. By the looks of it, these guys know exactly where that rope is.
As we entered the springs, we swam by pylons, entered a narrow channel, and then it opened up to an area where the manatees were frolicking.
The water was so clear, it didn't mix with the brackish water like it did in Kings Bay. We call this in the South, sweet water. We made our way to the first manatee of Three Sisters. One of the rules of engagement is that you can't disturb a sleeping manatee. These guys can hold their breath for like 20 minutes.
Believe it or not, manatees are distant relatives of the elephant. If you look closely at the front flippers, you can still see their toenails. So let's stop yapping and let the music take us home. We are all one nation underwater.
All right, Billy C. Hat. Salt. Why am I eating my hat? Because it tastes a lot better than crow. Let me tell you something. When this goofball told me we were going to go shoot an episode snorkeling with manatees, I'm going to have to be real honest with you. I wasn't so motivated. But let me tell you, folks, I am a convert. This dive was awesome. To come to Crystal River, see these massive, beautiful animals and calves. We saw bulls, we saw cows, we saw little calves. Must see in the state of Florida.
I'm glad he realized that, and I knew he would, because when you see these gentle giants, it doesn't matter whether you're snorkeling, whether you're diving, just to be face-to-face with them, knowing how intelligent they are, you understand there's a common bond there, and it was just an amazing experience. We loved it.
So we'll see you next time on Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
I'm Billy C.
One Nation Underwater.
Thanks for watching.
We're going to grease Ivan, our park ranger.
I think I see the bass.
With a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Hey, there's your bass. The bee's knees when it comes to self-deprecation. I mean,
how did you start it? We're here in Crystal River. Is that how you started?
I got 8 million bugs on
man. Yeah.
3 sister springs. Look at these manatees. This is Manatee Mayhem.
This is
okay, let's go.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
Okay, go
Welcome,
ahead.
Scuba Nation.
Both. Go.
Go. I don't know if this is going to work.
Yeah, it is. See,
Went into the whole rigmarole. It's an out, okay?
Well, I was just going to say her company's name.
No, leave it out.
Okay. Thanks, Becky. Like that? Or?
Yep, just like that.
Okay. Thanks, Becky. Now we're going to take you to the King's 3 Sisters.
No. Hold on. I got this thing blowing around.
Man, these bugs.
You'll agree that Leisure Pro has the best customer service in the industry. Our pressure-free fit guarantee lets you size items so you get the right merchandise when you buy. But if something doesn't fit, return items without any additional shipping costs to you. Always buy with confidence, shopping made easy, only at Leisure Pro.